Genesis chapter 19. Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed. 1. The two angels arrived in Sodom at dusk, and Lot was sitting at the gate of the city. When he saw them, he got up and went to receive them. He prostrated himself with his face on the ground. 2. And he said, "My lords, please accompany me to your servant's house. There they can wash their feet, spend the night, and go on their way in the morning." "No, we will spend the night in the square," they replied. 3. But he insisted so much on them that they finally accompanied him and entered his house. Lot told them to prepare a meal and bake unleavened bread, and they ate. For they had not yet gone to bed, when all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, from the youngest to the oldest, surrounded the house. 5. They called Lot and said to him, "Where are the men who have come to your house tonight? Bring them to us out here so we can have relations with them." 6. Lot left the house, closed the door behind him. 7. And he said to them, "No, my friends, don't do this wickedness." 8. Look, I have 2 daughters who are still virgins. I'll bring them in for you to do with them as you please. But do nothing to these men, for they are under the protection of my roof. 9. Get out of the way, they shouted. And they said, "This man came here as a foreigner, and now he wants to be the judge. We'll do worse than them." Then they pushed Lot violently and advanced to break down the door. 10. At this, the 2 visitors grabbed Lot, pulled him in, and closed the door. 11. Then they blindly wounded the men at the door of the house, from the youngest to the oldest, so that they could not find the door. 12. The 2 men asked Lot, "Do you have anyone else in town, sons-in-law, sons or daughters, or any other relative? Get them out of here." 13. Because we are about to destroy this place. The accusations made against the Lord against this people are so many that he has sent us to destroy the city. 14. Then Lot went to speak to his sons-in-law, who were going to marry his daughters, and said to them, "Get out of this place at once, for the Lord is about to destroy the city." But they thought he was joking. 15. At daybreak, the angels urged Lot, saying, "Hurry! Take your wife and 2 daughters from here, or you too will be killed when the city is punished." 16. When he hesitated, the men took him by the hand, as well as his wife and 2 daughters, and forcibly took them away and left them out of the city, because the Lord had mercy on them. 17. As soon as they took them out of the city, one of them said to Lot, "Flee for the love of life. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere on the plain. Escape to the mountains, or you will be killed." 18. But Lot said to them, "No, my lord." 19. Your servant was favored by your benevolence, for the master was kind to me, sparing my life. I cannot flee to the mountains, or else this calamity will fall upon me, and I will die. 20. Nearby there is a small town. It's so close you can run there. Let me go there. Even though I'm so small, I'll be safe there." 21. Okay, he replied. "I will grant you that request as well. I will not destroy the city of which you speak." 22. Run away quickly, because I won't be able to do anything until you get there. That is why the city was called Zor. 23. When Lot arrived at Zor, the sun had already risen on the earth. 24. Then the Lord himself, rained fire and brimstone down from heaven upon Sodom and Gomorrah. 25. So he destroyed those cities and the whole plain, with all the inhabitants of the cities and the vegetation. 26. But Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. 27. The next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had been before the Lord. 28. And he looked at Sodom and Gomorrah, at the whole plain, and saw a dense smoke rising from the earth, like smoke from a furnace. 29. When God raised the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham and brought Lot out of the midst of the catastrophe that destroyed the cities where Lot lived. Lot and his daughters. 30. Lot left Zoar with his 2 daughters and went to live in the mountains because he was afraid to remain in Zoar. He and his 2 daughters lived in a cave. 31. One day the eldest daughter said to the youngest, "Our father is already old, and there are no men in the vicinity who possess us, according to the custom of the whole earth. 32. We will give wine to our father, and then we will lie down with him to preserve his lineage." 33. That night they gave wine to the father, and the eldest daughter came in and lay down with him. And he didn't notice when she lay down or when she got up. 34. The next day the eldest daughter said to the youngest, "Last night I lay down with my father. We will give him wine also tonight, and you will lie down with him, that we may preserve our father's lineage." 35. Then again they gave their father wine that night, and the youngest went and lay down with him. And he didn't notice when she lay down or when she got up. 36. Thus, Lot's 2 daughters became pregnant with their father. 37. The eldest had a son and gave him the name Moab. This is the father of today's Moabites. 38. The youngest also had a son and named him Ben-Ami. This is the father of today's Ammonites.